How far can I get from Newton on £50? Let's find out. So as you can probably tell by the thumbnail, this challenge failed. Everything that possibly could go wrong did go wrong on this trip. So come along with me and watch this debacle, shall we say. But it was fun, don't get me wrong. So good morning and welcome to another Wired Travel video. You catch me in my office at the moment trying to work out my next trip. And this has come about because my wife has given me £50 for my birthday, which is next month. It just so happens that right now, over the past week or so, there's been one of the big 50% off sales on rail tickets in the UK. On top of the savings you can get when you book way well in advance, but it ends today. So I was just looking around just to see, what could I do? And I thought, we live in Newton Willows in the northwest of the UK. So I thought, well, how far could I get? So I thought, okay, well, let's get really ambitious. Let's see if we can get the pens down, shall we? Yeah, no. Even with the offers, we're looking at £67.50, I think it says on there at the moment. So that's below the budget. So then I thought a bit more, let's think a bit more laterally, shall we see? Let's make this a bit of a challenge. Let's see if I can do a round trip from Newton Willows back to Newton Willows, get as far as I can away from home, but get there and back in a day, on the same day. Quick McCafe coffee. So I started looking around trying to see, okay, well, could we get to? As we've just seen Penzance out. So I started thinking a bit more, okay, what about if I do a bit of a convoluted route, getting multiple trains, how far could I get that way? And I found somewhere I've never been, and it's on my bucket list to go to, and I can get there and back on the same day for less than 50 quid. Today, if I book those tickets today. Hello, excuse me 1 second. Hello, sweetheart. No, that's just wrong over. I don't care. Come here. Sorry, where did I get to? Oh yes. So this trip's going to be on the 17th of March. I'm not going to tell to anybody where it is. There's actually a second place that I'm going to be able to visit on this trip, and it'll actually dovetail nicely into the changes of trains. So I'll actually kick off 2 on my bucket list on this trip, which would be great if it works. So we'll wait and see, won't we? So I'm off on this challenge, and it's actually not bad morning. It's been raining for the last few days. I'll be honest, I've never been so unsure about a trip before. So we're off up to Newton Willows station first. The first of our 7 trains today. Now I'll just check, this first train is running. It's on time. So that's a start. First clue is I'm heading towards Manchester to start with, to pick up my first connection. Right, let's go up to that station. Right, let's check. I'm going to make sure the train's running. I'm not showing you which train I'm on. Running. So we're just waiting for our first leg train to turn up. So I'm not going to say where we're going to first, but this will take me to my first connection. Like I say, a lot could go wrong on this trip. So at this point, the first of many problems during this day occurred, with a complete power failure outside Manchester Piccadilly station, which delayed me by 40 minutes. There was no way I was going to make my connecting train. At least that's what I thought. That was fun. Right, so got as far as Manchester Piccadilly. Just outside Manchester Piccadilly, the power failed. 40 minutes later, train left Piccadilly.
Welcome everybody on board this delayed 804 Transpennine Express service to Edinburgh, calling at Manchester Piccadilly, Manchester Oxford Road, Preston, Lancaster, Oxon Lake District, Penrith for the North Lakes, Carlisle, Lockerbie, Haymarket and finally Edinburgh at approximately 11:37 this morning, all being well with the rest of the journey. Of course, we do apologise for the delay to this train coming in then to Manchester Airport, of course, to go back out. This was due to a fault with the overhead electrical equipment earlier on the inbound journey, then just coming into the airport. But of course that seems to have been resolved now, so we are underway, and the next station stop in approximately 10 minutes time will be Manchester Piccadilly.
That explains why I was late. Nearly missed this one. Right, so 3 hours up to Edinburgh, and then I'll explain what we're going to do when we get to Edinburgh. Oh, crumbs.
In the interests of freedom of station and please do not be malicious. We are trying to encourage you to find an Edinburgh as
Right, well, I'm in Edinburgh. Off to see our first thing on this trip. This is our final destination. One more place to go to. Okay, well, I've just left Edinburgh station. It's this way. I didn't anticipate doing mountain climbing on this particular trip. Oh, you victims. Oh, crap. Oh, I'm getting the exercise for the day, let's put it that way. Okay, clue. That's where I'm going. Names split into 3 parts. First part is the colour. Second part, the other name for a monk. Third part, slang for a policeman. Can you guess where I'm going? There are a few stories relating to Greyfriars Bobby. The best known is that Bobby belonged to John Gray, who worked for the Edinburgh Police. When John Gray died, he was buried in Greyfriars Kirkyard, and Bobby spent the rest of his life next to his master's grave. When he died, he was buried next to his master's grave. Right, let's go find this train. So, let's get on. Did you guess where I was going? It's Greyfriars Bobby. A little bit of history on that in the video. So, this. How many trains have I got today now? 2. This is the 3rd train. That was a heck of a walk. Right, so this train goes in about 20 minutes, I think, if I remember rightly. So, sit down and rest for it. Okay. A sign that says where I am. Right, so I'm actually at Queen's Ferry. That's where I've got to. Right, so I'm now going to go back the other side. Just to prove, North Queen's Ferry. About 300-ish odd miles from Newton to Willows. This is as far as I could get. I can get this far. Fun games of it. But he's playing a game. The weather's turned, unfortunately. But anyway, we'll go back over to Dalmeny because that's where the waterfront is, and that's where some of the best vantage points are to actually take pictures of the 4th Rail Bridge. The train I want to come back, to go back to the 4th Bridge with the right side of the Firth and Forth, is now delayed with no arrival time. So I'm now stuck the wrong side of the Firth and Forth. With very limited options how to get back to the other side. Right? I should have stayed there. I should have done. The moment that train was delayed going to Manchester Airport, I should have just gone home and forgot the whole weekend. probably noticed, just crossed the 4th rail bridge. Christ, that's high. Right, so I'm back at Dalmeny station. The Met Office says it's supposed to be sunny and nice. Windy. Someone needs to look out the window because it's neither. It's black. It looks like it's going to chuck it down with rain any second. So hopefully there is some blue sky over Edinburgh way. Hopefully that's coming our way. Now, I'm going to be here now for a good couple of hours because my train back isn't till what time is it? About 5 o'clock, I think. So I am going to cross the platform in a minute and try and get one of the iconic shots, and that's one of the trains actually coming through the arches of the 4th rail bridge. And I'm thinking it's a HST, so they're not many of them around now. It's maybe one of the few chances left to actually take such a shot. I'm being a bit of a geek, but that's due soon. I've got one. So yeah, so we're just going to wait for that to drop over. I'm actually back in Dalmeny, funny enough, earlier than I was anticipating to be. Once it's done here, then I'm going down into South Queensferry for a look round. Hopefully go on the waterfront, although I do want to get on the waterfront because that's where you can get some of the really good pictures of all 3 bridges down there. I do want to get some really nice photographs. Thank you. So it's quite a busy line, this. I mean, there's trains every few minutes in both directions. Anyway, I'm waffling. Yeah. So I'm walking down towards the front. Ooh, I've just got to watch while I'm walking here. A little footpath that actually takes you down there from the station. I'll just put this camera around the right way around because I'm going to end up going you know what over you know what. There we go, right. I can see where I'm going now. I wouldn't want to do this in the snow. So this should take me all the way down to the waterfront. It's about a 10-minute walk, so it's not too far. And I'll put the camera back on in a second. Right. Over this bridge. Oh, look at that. It's not a bad view, is it? It's quite cool. Yeah. Right. Then down here, I think. Don't know. Under the bridge. I think we've got to go down this set of steps. By the looks of it. Holy right. So I decided to ignore Google and find my own way down this road. And this is a lot easier than what it was before. So gonna head down here. Oh, the sides here as well. So we can't go on the beach. So we'll find somewhere to get some pictures and some video before we go to the restaurant. The Forth Bridge is 2.5 kilometres or 1.5 miles long and is 46 metres or 151 feet above the Forth at high tide. The Forth Bridge opened in 1890. A train normally takes about 2 minutes to traverse the bridge. Next is the Forth Road Bridge, which is also 2.5 kilometres or 1.5 metres long and opened in 1964. And finally the Queen's Ferry crossing is slightly longer at 2.7 kilometres or 1.7 miles long and opened in 2017. Oh, I got for that. So I've had a stop off at the rail bridge bistro. Just going to take it to eat. So I've had what am I having? Haggis. Wait, you're in Scotland? Right, I see. So yeah, I'll turn this around and you can see the view that I've got from the table. So this is the view from inside the restaurant. So I'm just waiting. It's 3:10 to rattle over, so I can get a video of it. Before, unfortunately, look over here, the fog rolls in and obliterates everything. So yeah, hopefully we'll get it before the fog rolls in. Right, that was an absolutely superb meal I had in that restaurant. I couldn't really video inside because all the other people that were in there, but I will turn the camera around again and I'll show you where it is. Absolutely superb, really, really nice. Friendly staff. I'd recommend that place, no problem at all. Now, as you can probably see behind me, it's high tide. I can't even go on the beach. Oh, you know, when I booked this back in January, I really didn't think this through, did I? I thought, oh yeah, I'll come up here, it'll be low tide. Did I check the tide tables? No, I did not. Oh well, never mind. It's actually warmed up a bit actually, and it does seem to be brightening up. Whether it's going to brighten up enough, I don't know. But there's another HST, which is the last train I want to get taken a picture of going over this bridge. But yeah, I could certainly see on a good day you could easily spend an entire day here and do the cruise as well when the cruises are running. Yeah, because there's a museum here somewhere down into town. The only thing I'll say is if you are not stable on your feet, shall I say, it is a taxing walk down from the station. As you saw, that flight of steps which I basically said, not a chance. And I found another way down, actually. Don't obey Google Maps for directions from the station down here. Just don't. I'll see if I can put up my own directions. There is a much easier zigzag road to get down rather than trying to come down by that flight of stairs. It does take a little bit longer to get down, but it's a lot safer. But yeah, that's the only thing I'd say. It's deceptively steep. The station is actually, well, you can probably work out from the railway line above me, it's a long way up. Right, so I think I can finish off getting some videos and bits and pieces done now, I think. God, this place is astonishing. I'm going to bring my battery out of my phone this way. Yeah, see, we've actually got a very small strip of beach there, but I'm not going down on that at the moment. I'm going down there. This is astonishing. It's only when you stand underneath this thing you appreciate how high it is. Right, I think it's time we made our way back to the station and complete this little mission of mine, because I've only done half of it so far. I've still got to get back within a day. I changed my back this morning, the chances are 50-50. So let's head back to Dalmeny station and start this journey home. Like I say, should be home about 10:30 if all goes according to plan. It hasn't so far today, is it? But it was well worth coming. Well worth it. Let's get going. Right. So this is a much gentler. It's not. It's still a fairly steep walk up from the front, and I think I'm only halfway. And I'm walking through this like little parkland area back towards the bridge. And I think there's a slope up from there which takes you back to the station. So believe me, if you're not a fit person or you're not great with your balance or whatever, I'd think twice, I'll be honest. Unless there's another easier way down. If anybody lives in this area that's watching this video and you know an easy way down from Dalmeny station down to the front, stick it in the comments, because maybe I haven't found it. Right, anyway, like I say, I'm nearly back at the station now, so. Part train from Edinburgh to Oxford has been cancelled. That Lancaster more overhead line problems, so it's not going any further. So we've got to change trains. It's not one, another one. Going back to Victoria now. This challenge may fail. But Victoria, I can run with Victoria and get a train from there. I think so. There's also points failure somewhere as well. Right, Victoria. I'll find a tram now. Just try and complete this journey because my wife is going to pick me up from Ladywell. Hey, this could really all go wrong extremely quickly. So, this day has ended in a complete disaster, really. Obviously, our train was cancelled at Lancaster because of overhead line problems. Then the train we got to Victoria got delayed by 20 minutes. So that missed the connection to Oxford Road to get me home, but I couldn't get home because of a points failure. There's no trains going to Newton. So backup plan was to get off at Victoria, get a tram to Ladywell, get my wife to pick me up from Ladywell. No trams running because of a failed tram. So my wife is at the moment trying to get to Manchester Victoria to pick me up. I'll finish this video once my wife's picked me up, but this has been a monumental failure, this challenge. You'd think it would have been simple. Nah. So, that challenge didn't go quite according to plan. Never mind. Did I enjoy the day? Yes. Seeing the Forth Bridge for the first time, travelling over it, and my word, that's a high bridge. And going to see Greyfriars Bobby, and I should have touched his nose. Shouldn't I? Never mind. Yeah, everything was beginning to stack against me as that day went on, as you noticed. Anyway, never mind. We'll try again. We'll do another challenge at some point in the future. In the meantime, if you enjoyed that content, please subscribe and like the channel. And we'll see you on the next one.